Welcome back everyone to another Balatro high score attempt gameplay. This is gonna look a little weird to you because I've already started the game. However, I just want to prove, if I go to options, this is fully unseated. I was just playing kind of in my spare time, and we've got something crazy going on right here right now. We had like a third round YORICK that have already gotten to times 15 mult, which is absolutely insane. We also picked up a blueprint and a trio, so we're doing times 15 times 15 times 3. I also have a Mary Andy, which gives me more discards, so I can get the YORICK, leveled up a lot faster. So you're jumping in with me on ante 6, and we're just gonna play it from here. You did miss kind of the early game because I wasn't recording, regrettably, but we're going to start it off right here. I also have a trading card, so I can pare my deck down into kings just a little bit, which is what I have been doing. And I'll show you what I've been doing realistically every single turn, because the score that we're achieving at ante 6 already is quite insane. So let's go ahead and go next round. Play only one hand type is not a problem at all. I always snap off one of the lowest cards, and then I just go on a discard spree. Anything that isn't a king, I just continuously discard. And then once I get a 4 of a kind at minimum, I just discard the kings as well, because I only need 4 right now to easily get through. So as you can see, my 4 of a kind is level 6. My YORICK is now times 16, and you're gonna see how crazy this score is already on ante 6. We're already scoring 135 million because of this YORICK. So I understand you didn't get to see the beginning of this game, but it was going too well that I decided just to start recording now, because I think it is interesting enough to post. This is insane. It's a times 16 YORICK right now, which is absolutely awesome. Might as well use some magician cards. Eventually we're gonna go for like a flush 5 build, and maybe get some glass in here, which would also be crazy with this YORICK. But right now we're just focusing on discarding and paring down our deck. So we'll get rid of that, and we'll just discard as much as we possibly can. We're getting to the point where we can actually nearly discard our entire deck. So once that happens, we are going to have to get rid of the trading card, because we do not want to do that. So we'll go ahead and get some extra gold from this. No point in playing 5 of a kind right now. Obviously we're crushing the scoring limit. It will die off pretty quickly, so we are going to have to find some other things to play. Another soul card. Okay. Oh my god, this is going to be the most cracked run I've ever had. Obviously not, but we now have a YORICK and a Triboulet. I'm very glad I started recording this. Glenn, again, if I go to options here, if it was a seeded run, okay, it would be shown up here. I also play with 0 mods. I play fully vanilla. So it's clearly not a seeded run. We now have a Triboulet and a YORICK. We'll test the scoring, because I'm not too sure how scoring will work, if it's better to score the YORICK or the Triboulet. We'll go ahead and see in a little bit here. But again, I'm just going to continually discard everything that isn't a king, because I want to get that YORICK as high as possible. I don't really care what I'm playing. So let's go ahead and see what 4 of a kind with the YORICK and the Triboulet. We'll move things around a little bit here. So it's a times 18 YORICK, times 18 blueprint, right? So we'll play this round with 4 of a kind and see what we get without copying the Triboulet. Okay, we're at 61 billion. Now, after this, we'll see what we can do while copying the Triboulet instead. Open up a spectral pack. I'd be open to a ectoplasm or something like that. Cryptid is obviously good. We'll go ahead and make those there. We're trying to level up like Planet X and 4 of a kinds if possible, which we are able to do that. Haven't unlocked flush 5 yet in this build. There's another times 3, but we're not going to be doing that. We no longer have trading card, so we're going to have to get rid of things manually. I'm going to keep Mary Andy around until I decide that I don't want to level up my YORICK anymore. So we'll get rid of the kings that we already played. just making sure that we keep 4 of them in our hand, because perfect. We are now going to copy the triboulet and see how much of a difference that makes. So now it's going to go ×2 every king we play. Obviously 5 of a kind would be better, then times 19 for the Yorick, and then ×3 for the trio, which will probably get removed for the family, or maybe a sock and buskin, which would also make this triboulet go nuts. So it was like 60 billion or something like that. So e to the 11, so it's actually better to copy the triboulet right now, so we will do that. This is just the craziest run. I wasn't planning on recording at all, but I just decided I might as well. These really aren't the best. Let's see if we can get a lucky wheel of fortune. Okay, unfortunately it went on the trio, but that's okay. We'll do planet X because we do want to start scaling it a little bit higher eventually. We'll go ahead and buy the clearance sale, why not, and move on next. I'm not worried about really anything right now. We would actually love like an ectoplasm or something like that as well. But we can, obviously, in our full deck, we only have 10 kings, so we do have to build that up a little bit still. So that's going to be coming from a lot of deck fixing. Eventually, I would like to maybe get... let's go ahead and see what 5 kings does for us now. Even though it starts off quite a bit lower, 10 malt lower, that's almostly replenished by 1 hit on the triboulet, right? Okay, still e to the 11. So our 5 of a kind doesn't really do much right now. We might go ahead and consider getting rid of the trio here soon, because A, we don't need point scoring yet, and B, I would like to find like an income generator right now. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for. Okay, Hanging Chad doesn't do much for me right now. I don't want to waste all of my money. We'll move on here. Just continue with our discards. Honestly, the Merry Andy was a huge pickup for this. We can afford to get rid of a king right now. I do want to keep that gold king in my hand, just because I would typically like to get some more money, right? So we'll play another 5 of a kind. Why not? Again, we only need 150,000 right now. We're scoring in the E's before ante 8, which is absolutely insane. Obviously, the legendary jokers are amazing. We would definitely be interested in an invisible joker or something like that matter. Yorick's at 21x. So I am going to shuffle around again just to see if I didn't have picked up this triboulet, what we would have been at right now. So we'll shuffle it around 1 round just to see what's better, because I don't think Yorick is scaling faster than what a triboulet is getting me by any means. So let's go ahead and get rid of the non-enhanced cards. We're able to discard about 30 cards per round, right? Depending on what I decide to choose. Okay, I could have unlocked flush 5. Unfortunately, I did not hit it. So let's go see what a Yorick does here. ×22, ×22, ×3 right now. So E12, it was actually a little bit better. So it looks like Yorick is scaling a little bit faster than a triboulet. Obviously, another hand will get us an extra $1 in the long run, so it is worth it. Hanged Man, we do want to cut down our deck a little bit. And we're basically looking for either like a sock and buskin, a retrigger, even a mail-in rebate. However, we're not at the point where we can do something like that. I am considering it, however, because it would get us some money. Yeah, let's do the mail-in rebate. Throw the blueprint on it until I'm ready to score, and we'll move on to the next. So I don't know how many 9s we have, just 2, but realistically we should be discarding almost all of them. So there's $10. I also don't know how good the trio was for our scoring yet, so we'll have to find that out as well. There's another 9. We have a little bit more room here to discard. I should have probably used that strength. That's totally okay right now. Then before I shuffle it back, make sure to put it on there. So that ×3 could have been a little bit pivotal. It was, okay, by about a factor of an E or 2. So we have to take that into account. We are a little less strong. However, I do need the money. I'm okay with immolating this. Got really lucky. Got rid of almost all of the cards that we didn't need. We're discarding 6s. We only have 2, but that could be $10, right? If I was smart, I would look for these 5s and strengthen them in there. Might be worth something. The serpent we're not extremely worried about. We have a ton of discards, right? We're looking for like an invisible joker or something like that. So let's go ahead and do this. We're looking for 6s. Okay. There's $10. There's another $10. And eventually do this. Okay, I didn't get lucky with the 5. I will be a little cheeky here and get rid of the 5. Get me $10, right? 4 of a kind will do just fine as long as I move it back here. Obviously, we don't really have to worry about our point scoring right now. I mean, that Yorick is just at 24x. I don't know if I've ever seen it that high before, but we're at 24x. So we have a little bit of time here. We're on kings now. I do have 11 kings, so we can make some decent money there. I just have to be careful because I still need to score, right? Trading card we've moved on from, so let's go ahead and do the serpent. Let's just do something like this for now. Okay, because I did that, I think just playing 1 card is actually going to be too much, right? So I'm going to keep 4 kings. I'll keep 3. Discard them. Okay, we did get another king there. I will be a little bit risky and discard 2 more. I do need the money. Okay, we didn't get a king, but what we can do is just play stuff like this in order to get our kings. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. So now we have our 4 of a kind. Shuffle it back over to Yorick. And we're just going to do just fine here. Okay, 36 billion. I only need 440,000. We're okay. We're ahead of pace right now. We do have to be smart with how we play this, though. As you can see, my money is growing exponentially. That is going to be the way to extend this round. Interesting play here. Well, okay. Unfortunate. We got a bad hit there. It's okay. We're on 7s. I have 2 of them. Okay. We are looking for like death cards or stuff like that. Extra discard doesn't do me too much right now. So 7s, and we'll just go on our discard spree right now. There's nothing else we can really do. Make sure we're getting as many as possible here. Trying to find that 7. Then eventually we would like to unlock flush 5. Okay. 7 of course comes at the end. Move it back to York. He's on 26x now, so this is times 26 times 26 right now. Back in the E's, which is good. That trio was helping out a little bit. We're on aces. We have 2 of those. We do need to deck fix pretty quick, or this run will come to an end decently fast. Faster than I want. Maybe we can add another king. We can't. We'll skip a few times to see if we can find an invisible joker. This is decent for money. However, I'm not really willing to get rid of anything right now. Okay, we're gonna go next. Start with 0 discards does suck. I also don't have the reroll voucher. So we are discarding aces here. So there's $10. And we'll just go ahead and discard. Make sure that Yorick gets upgraded. Thankfully, we have 5 hands, so even though we have no discards next round, should be totally fine with just playing random hands. We're obviously going to get what we need. So obviously 4 of a kind is considerably better right now. So we'll just go ahead and play that. Play our lucky cards at a chance to get a money hit like we just did twice. So that's awesome. 54 billion. So it's very dependent on what we draw right now. It's on aces again. It's not the best option for us. Temperance is getting me $20. We'll go ahead and use that. I don't want this. We'll open the standard pack. We're on aces, so I'm going to take this ace and the 6. I'm going to take the 6 because it's going to get us tarot value. And we do want some tarot value. I also, Planet X will buy. Okay, we'll move on. 0 discard, so I don't have it this round, obviously. So we'll play something like this. That got me 500,000, and we're just gonna move on to the next round here. Okay, 70 billion for that. I'm gonna have to play a little bit slower to really think about it. We got our money under control. Money tree will help. We're discarding 8s. We have 3 of them, so let's keep that in mind. Try and get Planet X up to wherever our 4 of a kind is. Hermit. What was our boss? Playing 4 of a kind sets money to 0, so we got to pay attention to that. Definitely don't want that to happen. We're looking for an invisible joker or just some better tarot cards. Okay, this is $20. We'll roll 2 more times. Okay, we'll move on. Toss it over for 8s. There's 1 8 already. Get rid of that ace. There's another $10. Our YORICK is now at 28. I don't know if I've ever seen him that high. Personally. Okay, we could be better with how we're playing things, but it's totally fine. Let's go ahead and play our 5 of a kind. Okay, back into the E's again. We will turn it over to AAA here too and see if it has done any better for us. I'm not too sure. Definitely need some deck fixing. We need like a sock and buskin, a few things here to make this just absolutely insane. Okay, this is a hermit essentially. I do like discarding kings. We're on 8s again. Death is good. Okay, we'll move on to the next round. Not worried about too much here. Discarding 8s. Okay, there's 1. Make sure it's on the blueprint. There's another one. Okay, devil card is okay. I will make another king out of this 7. I'm trying to get a flush 5, to be honest. Didn't get it. Okay, we'll play these 4, and we're gonna get some money through this, which is nice. Okay, 83 billion. This is a crazy round. This YORICK off the start, times 30 already. $300 to work with here. We do need to find some better vouchers. And we do need to find like a sock and buskin. Something to help us out. We'll get rid of the Mary Andy eventually here. It's probably the next to go. Kings, so we're going to get lots of money this round. Wow, a negative drunkard for an extra discard. That's huge. We'll take that for free. Okay, we're going to move on here. Now, playing 4 of a kind sets our money to 0, so we have to pay attention to that. Go ahead and toss it over. We are discarding kings this round. So get all of the money we possibly can here. A brainstorm would be awesome as well. How many kings do we have? Okay, interesting. We only have 4 remaining. And we have 3 here. So we can just afford to discard 1 more. That's it. Everything else we are going to need because we're going to want to play the 5 of a kind of this round. I believe we got it. So there's 1 king remaining and 2 cards with 1 discard. So we should be okay here. There we go. Make sure we toss it back on the YORICK so we actually win, or we would have lost this round. And we should be ready to ship it here. Okay, back in the E levels. The antes are rising quite fast, so we do have to be careful. Our YORICK's at 31. Observatory, okay. Unfortunately, we don't have Perkio or anything, or this run could have went pretty deep. Burglar is an interesting card. Now, obviously it's not good because of our discards, but it would be good if we had a bunch more kings. We're not going to take them right now. Should have picked up that Emperor first. Might as well use the Empress. Doesn't really help us that much. Hermit and Death are great cards. We're looking for something to help out our deck here. Do we have any negative skips coming up? No, so I'm not going to take the Cola. Don't think it's worth dropping anything. Take a chance on an Emperor? No. Might as well level up our 4 of a kind. We're still playing it consistently. Do need something to help us out here. That's not good enough. That's also not good enough right now. Discarding 10s. We'll go next. Okay. I don't really like any of the cards that are in our hand right now, so we'll just go like this. There's some more 10s. I do want to unlock flush 5 at some point here, so we'll death the 6. We'll get rid of these cards. Hermit is awesome. Get rid of another 10. We still have 4 discards. So Mary Andy can probably go now because we really don't have that many cards left in our deck. So there's our flush 5. So we are going to play it here just to unlock it, because essentially that's what we want to go for in the future. I do hope that this is enough to get us through. It is. Only by a margin of 1,000, right? Because we're at 600 million. So we do have to be careful because our blinds are going to go up quite a bit here soon. Let's peek inside the mega pack. Nothing that I'm interested in. Open up a jumbo. Chance at a death or a hermit. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Need to get something good here. Scary face ain't gonna do it. Okay. I'm gonna buy both of these. We do have a bunch of queens in the deck, right? Only 3, but it's definitely worth. We'll find them for sure. Sockin' Buskin', something that'll help us, because if not, we're going to be in trouble. What's our boss blind? Okay, lose $1 per card played. We're not too worried about that. Discarding 6s here. Move that over. Okay, there's one of our queens. I will use our strength now. There's a 6. And we'll probably just move on here. Make sure I move it over. Let's test out Triboulet. How many kings do I have left? 2 kings left with 2 discards and 5 hands. I will try out Triboulet here. Okay, so it's around the same. Triboulet would definitely be better if we got Sock and Buskin, right? A mime. It's just not a Baron build. But mime would be pretty crazy if it was. We'll take another Hermit. Okay, Faceless is okay. It's not as good as Rebate when it's on Kings. But it's not bad. We're gonna skip it. Wow. This seed is cracked. I will post it once I know what the seed is. I probably have already seen it when we won the game. But we just passed Mime and Baron. We only have 13 kings though, so that's the problem. We need to do a lot of deck fixing. We do need to find some good cards for ourselves here. Haven't gotten too lucky yet. Seen a lot of hanging chads. Okay, we'll go next. Lose $1 per card played. That's fine. Discarding 6s. Okay, we'll continue to look for those 6s here. There's one. Okay, we'll play it smart here and play our 4 of a kind with the lucky card. We're going to put it on YORICK. It's at times 33. You ever seen a Yorick at times 33? That's insane. All right, let's go ahead and play this hand. It's going times 33, which is insane. We are running out of opportunities here. Let me go ahead and check the blinds. We're at E level. So we definitely need to do something here fast in order for us to get this run further. We have, although we've had some insane luck, unfortunately, we haven't been lucky with what we're trying to find in terms of a sock and buskin or something like that. Also, the deck fixing hasn't been great either. What is our boss blind here? Diamond cards are debuffed. That is a problem. It is. So we need something fast. That does solve our problem. So we get rid of Mary Andy. We buy Luchador. And now we're looking for a sock and buskin right now. Hanging Chad's okay for Triboulet. Showman. Okay, Showman is probably better than Mail-in Rebate right now, unfortunately. Death. However, our money situation is really kind of screwed here. So, okay, there's no reason for us to really discard anymore other than for Yorick. Let's go ahead and make another king. Okay. Okay. Don't need a lovers right now. Yorick's at 34x. 5 of a kind is still much behind. So this will do the trick. It should. Okay, we're got E to the 11 there. We got to be careful with how we play right now. Okay. Not what we need. Love a sock and buskin. Okay, so that is definitely why we bought the Showman. He paid off. We have double blueprint now. So we'll blueprint Triboulet and Yorick. And now we're looking for a sock and buskin almost exclusively. And next round we will have a free Joker slot. Whoa! Okay, we'll take a negative photograph. Why not? We're not going to skip for the negative tag. This seed is just cracked, I tell you. Use the Hanged Man for sure. I think it's more beneficial now for us to play 5 of a kind, right? Because we're going to get an extra 2 triggers on the Triboulet, which is going to make it astronomical. Let's just rearrange this a little bit better. So we have Yorick at times 35 with a blueprint at times 35. The Triboulet multiplying our kings by 2 and multiplying it by 2 again. A negative drunkard for an extra discard, which is good for Yorick. We have this Luchador just for this blind because we don't have our reroll tag. So let's see how much we get here. We have significantly increased our value here. Okay, E15. I thought it would be a little bit better, I'm not gonna lie. But it's not, unfortunately. We do need a sock and buskin in the worst way. That would make the seed just legendary. Or a seltzer for the time being would also be appropriate. Sell those. None of those are interesting to me. Do want to dig a little bit here. A brainstorm. Wow. Okay. Holy smokes. Do we have enough kings? Are we comfortable with the amount of kings? Probably. Okay. This is absolutely insane. So we'll multiply the Triboulet again. Don't really have space for anything now, unfortunately. I'm not sure what we would get rid of for a sock and buskin. It's just an absolutely insane seed, isn't it? Let's go next round. Diamonds are debuffed. Go ahead and get rid of those. We already drew 4 kings that are non-diamonds, so we're happy about that. We'll continue to discard. Get that YORICK value up. Okay, so let's think about this. We now have 3 copies of Triboulet, 2 copies of YORICK. Let's move them over here. It just looks a little bit better. Get our negatives out of the way. Let's go ahead and see what this gives us. How many kings do we have left? Only 2 after this. Should definitely be winning here as long as I've placed everything properly. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, E18. We're gonna be okay for another day here. We definitely need like a re-trigger option though. That's definitely essential, I feel here. Let's go ahead and get rid of more things that aren't kings. Our deck is getting down to the wire here. I don't know how to make the proper decision. What's our blinds like? 13, we can do that. Might even play around with how we're gonna do the copying a little bit here. Okay, let's do this. No. Okay, let's think about this. Let's stop giving the YORICK so much value. We'll see if it's any better. We have enough to play minimum 2 5 of a kind, so we should be fine here. Let's go ahead and see how much this is. This is 4 copies of Triboulet right now. 18. It's around the same, right? Okay. Planet Merchant, not really interested in that. Do another copy of Mars. This is 4 copies of Triboulet right now. It's insane. Have a few 6s left. However, not really interested in that right now. Played no 2 pairs this round. So I'm really curious to know if Sock and Buskin is better than anything, what I would get rid of. I mean, YORICK's probably the next to leave, right? Times 35 just seems insane. This might be where this colossal run ends soon. All face cards are drawn face down. That's not a problem. So let me think here. Just for science, I'm going to put the YORICK here instead of the Triboulet. I just want to see. Yeah, so this is copying. Brainstorm's copying Blueprint, which is copying Blueprint, which is copying YORICK. So this is times 36, times 36, times 36, times 36, which is insane, right? Yeah, just for fun, we got enough kings to do it. I want to try just to see what this will get. Wow, it's almost the exact same. Our YORICK is nearly just as powerful as a Triboulet. This is absolutely an insane run. So either way we put it right now, we're very, very close. However, I just feel like with some re-triggers, it would be a little bit better. Wow, Idle. Idle is essentially just Triboulet for us right now. And we don't have the deck fixing, so it's not important. Move on. Face cards are drawn face down. Probably okay. We'll get rid of some of those. That should be 5 kings, yeah. We're not too worried about it. Okay, E to the 18. I think we're okay for one more ante, so we have a little bit of time here. Running out of money, however. I really needed like some red seals on my kings, which I never found. in this run. Move on. We do have to, I think, still prioritize our discarding. Okay. I mean, just for fun, let's go ahead and do that again. We have enough kings, so we'll see. Yeah, we're about e to the 18 regardless of what we do. It's kind of crazy. The math at 37x just kind of lines up that way. Obviously, if our Yorick wasn't that high, it wouldn't be doing that for us. Mail-in rebate's good. I just have no room for it. Realistically, we need a spectral pack with an ectoplasm. Lucky Cat's not going to do it for me. Could have if I got it much earlier. This is by far, even though it's not going to be our highest score, it's definitely the craziest run I've ever done. It's the craziest run you're going to see here on my channel for sure. Just pretty cool. Just kind of getting, I hate to say unlucky, but we have been a tad bit unlucky with what we've picked up. 5 of a kind. We're gonna move on here, and I probably should be prioritizing like upgrading my planets more too. E to the 18. I think we're done after this. What is our blind? First hand is drawn face down. That's not necessarily a problem I'm worrying about. Luchador could save us again. I'm not interested. Skip that. Stuntman, don't need him. I'm trying to understand in my brain if like a Sock and Buskin or a Seltzer would even be better. Baron's sure funny. Does Baron carry us farther? Do I ruin this run and go and switch to Baron right now? We would have 4, 1, 2, 3. We'd have 4 copies of Baron. It would essentially make the Tribulate useless. Photograph would even help. I'd probably sell the Tribulate for the Baron, right? Because it would just get me ×2 one time. Is it better? I mean, our high card's at level 1, so that's not good. We'd have to play like 4 of a kind. This is such an interesting pick. For the sake of the video, I'm not going to go Baron. I'm just going to keep with the legendaries, but aha. Okay, so now we do have to make a decision. I probably am going to do it. What do I get rid of, however? So this let me think about this. So this re-triggers everything another time. Which then would send off the Tribulate again. So right now, let's just math our way through it. We play a king. It's getting multiplied 1, 2, 3, 4 times by the Tribulate, right? So that's 4 total. If we were to give a Seltzer here and put on the Seltzer, everything would be triggered 2 times. We would have to cut a blueprint, right? So it would instead be triggered 1, 2, 3 times 2, so 6 times. It's definitely better. Now, do we cut Brainstorm? Probably, right? And pick up the Seltzer? Because Blueprint's just better than Brainstorm. It's more reliable. Let's try it. In theory, this should be better. So let's try it out. So let's just think of this. Everything is going to get triggered 2 times and then multiplied 3 times by Tribulate. Yeah, we're significantly stronger. It gives us a little bit more time. Let me take a look at our blinds. 21. I think we're okay. Gives us a little bit more time to try and find that sock and buskin or a invisible. No, I don't have room for invisible. I don't really have room for anything except a sock and buskin, to be honest with you. Also don't necessarily have the money. Flips and shuffles all jokers. That could be a problem. Yeah, that definitely could be a problem here. Still going to do it for the YORICK. Okay. Go ahead and do it again. So red seals would be huge as well. Unfortunately, it's way too late for us to fix our deck. We didn't get lucky with a deja vu or anything. Well, this was still a very fun round. It's funny how Brainstorm was actually worse. I realized the Brainstorm was negative. Ah, what a huge misplay, right? No, it doesn't matter. It's the same. It's the same. The Brainstorm was negative, right? So let me think. If I cut a blueprint, we would have had a free spot. If I cut the Brainstorm... Oh, no, we still had a free spot. Was it not? Oh, it wasn't negative. It would have mattered. It would have mattered if it was negative, for sure. Go next. How many red kings? It doesn't matter. We're literally looking for sock and buskin. Or this run will just end eventually here. Go next. Get rid of that ace. I don't want him. I mean, 4 of a kind is just so much better, but I feel like getting that extra trigger just helps so much. Okay, so at minimum, we have about 7 hands left at Seltzer. I don't think we're getting through another ante. Yeah, it's gonna be quite annoying, this next ante here. Red seal king, maybe? Close. Not good enough. Sock and buskin, please. Sure. Sock and buskin me? Our Yoricks at 38 malt? Diet Cola. No sock and buskin this whole time. Okay, so it's gonna be... We're gonna have to find where the seltzer... Actually, we need to find where the Triboulet is and where our 2 blueprints are. So we'll start with the Triboulet. I'll keep that one. Okay, so Triboulet is here. This is photograph. Go ahead and do some work on our hand before we get too crazy. Okay, so we might as well try it out right now. This is Triboulet. We're gonna need to find where our blueprints are. This is Seltzer. Okay. This is a blueprint. How many kings do we have? 6 left. 3 in hand. Okay, let's try it out again here. This might just be enough. Play it. Okay, we got it. I think this is one of these is the blueprint. Oh, okay. Well, we got lucky there. 25. I don't think we have enough for 25. So this might be it. Is YORICK just the factor that we don't need anymore? Okay, let's think about this. Okay. Is YORICK... Do we get rid of YORICK now? I mean, I could be throwing the run. It's totally fine. if I do. Let me think about this. I would love to keep Seltzer for now, because he adds a lot of value. I think it's just cut Yorick, so we're going to do that. So now we have... Let's just try it. I mean, I don't want to sugarcoat it. If we lost because of that, we lost. It's totally fine. I'm not worried about it, honestly. That's just not as good. So let's do something like this. So it's getting re-triggered 2 times now. Aha! It was better. Although Seltzer isn't going to last forever. Let's do some math quickly on the Triboulet. So each king is getting played once, twice, 3 times now, then being multiplied 1, 2, 3, so that's 9. If we were to do something like this, each hand would be, it's worse, right? 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 initial, times 2, so no, it's still better to do this, right? Heron again, man, this seed is insane. Let's try and find a few things in here. Oh, that's not bad to have. I would love a red seal king. I'm gonna take you because I could potentially strength you up. Not ready to let this run leave me yet. We would need like a negative invisible. An ectoplasm, honestly, would be the way to go. Okay. Just do something like this and get out of here. I don't want to mess around with it too many times. But yeah, a red seal would go a long way. 31. We might be okay for the next ante. I'm not too sure. Only got 3 hands left on this too, so we got to be careful. We need some money. We need to figure this out. Planet X. Definitely get that boosted up. Buy this voucher. Get our deck thinned a little bit more. Flush 5, I don't think we're ever gonna make it there. We would just be looking for another sock and buskin. I think it's too risky. Go next. Cards are drawn face down, that's fine. Beautiful. Goodbye. Okay. Only 3 hands left with the Seltzer. We would have to find another Seltzer realistically, right? York was at times 38 this run. That's absolutely insane. I'm not really too sure how much planet scaling is helping us out right now. We'll buy liquidation. Planet scaling might be helping us out, so we'll definitely keep boosting it up. Bit Aries up there. It's not going to catch up at all. Not interested in those. Maybe Magician was okay, but it's fine. Not too worried. Red Seal King would be nice. We can do a lot of discarding, so that'll help. What is our blind? 31. We can definitely get past this one as well. We have a decent amount of kings. Probably our best hand. Seltzer is going to leave us. We're going to need some money. Gonna need some money here, big time. $32, we're just scraping it. And we only have one hand left with Seltzer, which is a problem. That means we do not survive the next round. Temperance? Probably more value. Planet X. Definitely need to level up that more. Okay, scary face. I don't want you. All right, potentially the last hand. Potentially. Empress, I don't need you. Make you magician. Give me some money, baby. Seltzer's done here. Seltzer's gone. A brainstorm would allow us to continue. Okay, I didn't need those. Glass would allow us to continue. Maybe? Make you glass. Yeah, glass would definitely allow us. I can't believe I kind of forgot about glass. Yeah, brainstorm would help. Mime and Baron have come up so many times. Absolutely insane. We also never got overstocked. Chariot, not gonna help me. Yeah, I think we're dead. And we can only play one hand, so that sucks. Might as well go out with some money. Get rid of that. Discard this. Discard that. Strength up the queen. Okay. Let me do some math here. So I'm playing a king. It's gonna go times 2 times 2 times 2. And it's going to get played again times 2 times 2 times 2. So that's 3 scoring events. If I do something like this, I will play a king. It'll go times 2 times 2. It'll get played again times 2 times 2. Get played again times 2. It's the exact same, right? However, for the glass, it's a little bit better, right? Because, yeah, it's a little bit better for the glass. So I do not think we survive. Glass should have went first because of photograph. No. Okay. That was the run. Times, I think, 38 YORICK. Double legendary run. Very, very fun. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is going to be one of my better ones for sure. Sorry that we started not at the beginning, but I was just playing by myself. I still love this game where I just play it in my off time. So go ahead and let me know what you thought of this run. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're new here, please leave a subscription. Really mean the world to me. Take care. Have a good day. Goodbye.